This is Cece. Welcome to the Orbit. It is Friday, March 8th. We've got stocks higher this morning. We are about 50 minutes into the trading day. We're looking at SPX at around 51.83. Just topped out right above 51.85 for now, but it was a strong rally, opened higher and then just kept going higher for the first hour of the market. This follows the jobs number this morning, which had very newsworthy and stocks that allowed stocks to follow through on their rally from yesterday. Speaking of the rally from yesterday, this is a Thursday into Friday rally, and we've been talking about that on the Orbit for some time. Is the pattern over the last couple of months is very consistent, and it has been very consistent. And you can see this sort of channel that we've traveled through up to this point. And then if you dive in, and you can actually just do this on the charts on Options AI, if you dive in and hover over these different candles, especially over the 3-month view, the 1-month view, it's a pretty amazing pattern where you see this rally into Friday. You've seen a little bit of volatility Monday and Tuesday. You see it reverse at some point on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then finish strong into the weekend. No rhyme or reason for that other than it's become a slight pattern. So if we finish on new highs today towards the upper end of this channel, if history were to repeat itself, you would at some point on Monday or Tuesday see some downward volatility that, and again, if history repeated itself on that, that would be a good buying opportunity into Friday. So we'll see. Now that I've pointed it out, it probably won't happen, but just to give you an indication of that's been pretty consistent, and I'm not sure why. Going to the dive in SPX, and we've got 51.65 to the downside and 5,200 to the upside. That is about a 0.35% expected move. Coming into the day, it was over a 0.5%. So there was a bit of contraction, obviously, after the jobs number. A couple of big reports last night. We had Broadcom, AVGO. The expected move on that was about, it was actually expanding into the print, was about 8.5% going into the print and had only been about 7% earlier that week. So people got geeked up going into that about a big move, and we did not see it. It was interesting. They reported it went down pretty much exactly what options were pricing. The first reaction was down about 8.5%, but then it quickly found buyers. We're down about 3.5%. This is one of those things where it's very similar to NVIDIA, like a lot of these names in this space. It's probably more about vibes at this point. It's like, do you have, there's a lot of people, you obviously know what this chart looks like. It's a lot of people just buying the dip in these stocks, and it would take a real turnaround in like sort of the overall story or the vibes behind the market to change that. So this is one of those things where it's like, if these stocks are going up, if SMCI is going up, if NVIDIA is going up, if AVGO is going up, if all these names are going up, if Bitcoin's going up, that is a sign of euphoric vibes in the market. And that can go on for some time. And you have to be very careful if you want to fight it. It's very difficult. That's one of the things with options trading is, you can even participate in some of that, what you deem to be euphoria, as long as you're not risking a ton of money. And the same thing with fighting it. You don't want to be risking a ton of money fighting that kind of euphoria. And it seems, with some of these names, we're in the middle of this. And so you look at an AVGO earnings, more of, has the story changed? And as of now, investors are telling you, no, it hasn't changed. They kind of, it was a disappointing earnings to some, but it's only down 3%. This stock moves 3% in an hour, just normally outside of earnings. So that's the reason to look and to keep looking at those NVIDIAs and those types of names is like it's a heat check on the market. Like a basketball player shooting that 6th straight 3-pointer to see if he's still hot. And that's essentially what these kinds of earnings events are telling us is this sector still hot? Is the overall market still hot? Is the froth still going?